students. So in today's lecture we will study, that means I will teach you the next topic of your the lesson, that is the value and data type. The chapter name is value and data types. So the next topic of your this chapter is literals, and as I earlier explained about some topics about literals, so I think I explained about that is numeric literals, but today I will revise some topics, some numeric literals once again. What are numeric literals? So I said to you the literals were, first I will explain you what are literals. Basically literals are the values in Java. So how many types of values can be in Java? There are many types of values, like numeric literals, like non-numeric literals, like boolean values, boolean literals, like null literals. So let me talk about first one is numeric literals. So if you talk about in numbers, so a number can be of two types. It can be the whole number, or it can be the numbers which is written in the form of decimal. So you can say that numeric literals are value that may consist of digits 0 to 9, a decimal point, dot, a positive or a negative sign are of two types. That means that number can be of positive number, that can be of negative number, that can be the number which are having dot sign. So if I talk about the types of the integer literal, that is numeric literals. So the first one is integer literals. So what are integer literals? The literals, the numeric literals which are whole numbers. So the numeric literals which are in the form of whole numbers is called integer literals. If you talk about the examples, so examples can be 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3. So any complete number can be the example of integer literals. You can also give the example of minus 123, minus 204. See, these are also the comes to the integer literals. But some restrictions, that means some rules you must follow, that if any number is written with a comma, like 1 comma 2 3, so this is not a literals, and space is not allowed in between the numbers. So these are some rules which you must follow if you are writing the integer literals. Next come to the real literals. What are real literals? That means a number which you can write in the form of decimal point, that is the value which you can form in the which you can write in the form of decimal point is called that is real literals. So real literals basically can be written in two forms. First one is just you can write in the fractional, that means directly floating point liter, directly you can write decimal numbers as you write in mathematics. Next way you can write is in the form of mantissa and exponent. So let me discuss the first one as you write in mathematics, like 42.03 or 1.23, like 2.45. but some rules you must follow. Even you can also write the negative numbers in this, but you must follow some rules, like before or after the decimal there must be a digit. That means if I talk about 0.25, then this is not a real literals. If I talk 2 point, then this is also not a real literals. So you must follow, and comma is also not allowed in this number. And one more rules is you cannot allowed the double dots. The double dots is not allowed over here. Space are not allowed over here. So these are that means non-valid real literals. So next come to the second way, that is mantissa and exponent form. So in the mantissa and exponent form, suppose I have a number 123, then I will write this number 1.23. so that is you are shifting the decimal two places from right to left. That means if I write it, I can write it 1.23 multiplied 10 power 2. So 10 represent E. What 10 represent? E for exponent. So 1.23 is called mantissa and 10 is called exponent. So that means how you will represent this number in mantissa and exponent form? 1 2 3 you will represent like 1.23 e power 02, because you are shifting two numbers. So the same rule is followed over here also, like like the commas are not allowed, double dots are not allowed, at least there should be one digit before or after the decimal points, space are not allowed. So these are some rules about the mantissa and exponent form of the real numbers. So these rules are mentioned here, just you can go through with these rules, and some examples of valid real literals is here, so you can also go to that places. Next, okay, so no digit is specified after exponent, that is after e. This is two dots, this is no digit will be before, that is from decimal, the commas, that's why these are the reason why these are not valid literals. So next, non numeric literals, basically the literals which is not in the form of numbers, they are called non-numeric literals. So non-numeric literals means you can say first one is character, the second one is string literal. So you can say non-numeric literals are further divided into character and string. So if any character, that means if anything, if any letter, you can say the key, any key from the keyboard is written inside a single quote. Listen, I am talking about literals of this type represent exactly one character enclosed in a single quote. That means anything, suppose you have written 0 in the single quote, suppose you have written dollar in the single quote, you have written has sign in that single quote, so they all represents as a character. So character literals. So as you are saying, seeing that as I explained to you that literals are the examples of literals are the values in Java. So that's the same thing is proved by this example. So next one is string literals. What are string literals? So any character which are enclosed in the double quotes are called string literals. Suppose the same question, same answer I'm giving, telling 0 is in the double quotes, has in the double quotes, dollar in the double quotes. These all are string literals. Okay, so you can you can also write the numeric expression like 1 plus 2 in the double quotes. So these also come to the string literals. Next come to the Boolean literals. So basically Boolean literals means that is Boolean literals have value true or false. What does it mean? Basically in your real life you always take a decision by the that means every decision you take behind by thinking a logic. Suppose if anyone asks today you will go to school, so you will think what is the reason behind that I should go to the school or not. So there should be a reason for going to school or not going to school. So each and every statements of your life, real life, is related with the logical statement. Logical means where you think about, you will take the decision by thinking some points. So these are the logical expression. So in the logical statements you will give some decision like yes I will go. If the decision is not correct, then you will say no I'm not go. So yes or no. So yes represented like a true, true, and that means false, that means no is represented by false. So basically these are the literals, Boolean. These two values are called Boolean literals. So Boolean literals having two values, true or false. Next come to the null literals. Basically what are null literals? Suppose if I said I do not have any value, I do not have any money. So someone says, sir, you have 0 value. So 0 is also a value. 0 is also a number. How you can say that you have 0 value? 0 is also a number. You don't have anything. That means in Java there are one keyword that is called null. This is called null. That means null literals, and this means that nothing. This means that nothing. Even you cannot write 0 in the place of null. Null means nothing, but 0 means a value. That means you have a value like 0. So you cannot say that it is like null. So null can be represented slash, that is I explained in the class, that is backward slash, then you will write 0, then that /0 will be written in a single quotes. So this is the sign of null character, null character, or you can say null literals. And why I said null character? Because it is written in a single quotes. So null literals, and you can also directly write NULL. Okay. Next, come to the punctuators. Basically, the definition of punctuators is this is a symbol used in the Java code to separate or grouping the code. This is a symbol in Java by which you can separate or you can grouping the Java code. So there are basically many types of punctuators are used in Java. Like if I talk about the termination you call semicolon. What you call termination? Termination is called semicolon. So semicolon, basically what is semicolon? Semicolon is used to basically that means providing the separation between two statements. Suppose I have written system.out.println, then I will write after this statement I will terminate this statement. So basically this statement is terminating to, that means separating to the other statements. So the most common use separator in Java is the semicolon. It is used to separate the statement. Next one is comma. So if you write two variables like int a, int b, so you can in Java says that if you have three variables of int type, you can directly write int a comma b comma c. You do not need to write int a again int b again int c. So comma is used at that place. Next one is curly braces. So curly braces are used for separating the blocks. Like if I talk about this, curly braces are used for separating the blocks. What does it mean? Block is the that means a separate place where you will write your code. Suppose when you write the class, then how you will write the class, then class name, then you start curly braces. Then at the last, that means in the end side, you just close the curly braces. What does it mean? It means that this is the body, this is the body of the class. That means this place, in this place you will write the code for class, but inside the class you will write the main method, and main method also start with the curly braces. So what does mean? It means this is the area where you write the code for the main method. So I think you are familiar that why you should use the curly braces. So curly braces are used for, that is define a block of code. Okay, so next one is parenthesis. So you have seen that for parentheses are used for when you are writing the method name. That means method, when you are using the methods. So when you write the method name, then after that there will be parenthesis. That means this bracket, then bracket is closed. Next one is square brackets. Basically when you will study the arrays in Java, then you will know that square brackets basically are used to write the arrays, to make the arrays. So next one is periods. Basically period of Java, the operator period in Java used to access member variables. What are member variable and methods? Suppose if you made a method in Java and you want to call this, so what is the way of calling this method? The method is, you just make a object, and after that you will write object dot method name. What you will write? Object dot method name. So this is the way of calling that particular method. Okay students, this is the way of calling that particular method. Okay, so next one is this is the use of this punctuators. And one more thing I want to explain, that okay, I remembered, recalled to myself what I want to explain. Suppose if I said animal, so animal is a class name, the first one class, and cat is the object. That means what cat can do. Cat can walk, cat can eat. So these are the actions of the cat. So I explained in the previous videos that these are the actions, and actions are called methods in Java. And cat, dog, these are the objects. So to which these methods are belong? This belongs to the cat. That means cat, these are the methods of cat. So how you will access these methods of cat? So you will access object name or dot action name. So suppose action name is add, so you will call object dot action dot add. So this is the way of, basically in BlueJ everything is built in for you, because you are the small kids. That's why they have built everything for you. Just write the code and run. That's why you do not able to see the internal functionality of how the objects are calling to the methods. But I will show you each and everything when I will come with you with the practical in your lab. So thank you everyone for watching this. Thank you students. Stay home, stay safe, and defeat COVID-19, but be very serious with your study. Thank you.